So one of you in the comment sections has said that you think that I should continue to make videos because we're all in this together. And I wanted to make this video, I wanted to discuss what you were saying in this video and let you know that I agree. I think that we should, stick together. And a lot of times what I try to do is figure out the right balance between me dealing with the gang stalkers and providing content for everyone on my channel and me protecting myself spiritually and not doing anything that God wouldn't want me to do. So I have to weigh out the benefits of me making content for YouTube and for the gang stalking community with, like what I think God would want me to do or what I think I should do for my own spiritual health. So the only sort of real pushback that's why every once in a while, I'll say it probably like every 2 months, I'll say, I don't want to make content anymore and be 100%, behind that. And then later on, I'll be like, okay, well, this person is saying this or this person is saying that, so I should go ahead and respond. So it's like me weighing out the benefits of making content as opposed to me, taking care of myself spiritually. But really, I should do both if I can do both responsibly. So, I agree with what you said. Of course, we should stick together. Also, I don't really know. It's like I don't really know everyone's situation. Like, I don't know the people. I don't know the story of the people who come onto my channel. I don't know what's going on with any of you. I don't know the story of the people I live around. So, the only thing I really know is what's happening with me. I don't know anyone's story outside of my own. So since I don't really know what's going on with you, it's kind of hard to know how to respond. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. It literally could be anything. Your situation could be, I just don't know your situation. So ultimately, I would have to be Christian with this. I couldn't allow this to weigh me down spiritually. And I think that that's something that I struggle with because it's really easy for me to get negative if I go into this. If I start talking about it, if I start mentioning gang stalkers and oppression and, all the bad things that happen to me, it's really easy for that to become dark. Because then you start thinking about that stuff, and then that stuff kind of stays with you and haunts you for a little while. It's like if you had terrible things happen to you in life, and then you were forced to relive these things. How traumatizing that could be if you're trying to move on. But I do feel like I'm healthy enough spiritually to do that, to kind of touch this without it weighing me down. And if I can do that, I'll make videos. But you also have to remember that the community seems to like it when I make videos, so that they could be using that against me. So they could be working against me with the fact that I'm making videos. So I also have to consider that. If I were to stop making videos and I didn't give you a heads up or anything like that, that's why I made that last video. So if I abruptly stop, or if I just feel like I don't want to do this anymore, I just want you to know that it's not because I don't want to help the community. It's because either it was just really taking its toll on me spiritually or mentally to have to do that, or I felt God didn't want me to do it. So those would be the two factors that would make it so that I would not want to make content anymore. So it literally wouldn't be anything personal against the community. Also, I think that I made a lot of, I have so much content already. I kind of feel like, if I were to stop making videos, you guys would be fine anyhow. Because you still have all this evidence that you're being oppressed and these people are after you. And I think that was kind of the main goal of making the channel, outside of bringing it to an end. But I've kind of given up on that. So if you guys are helped, or if any of you are helped, and only one of you needs to be helped in order for this to be worth it, I would want to make content simply to help you out. So that's why, even though I was saying I wasn't going to make content, when I got the message, I was like, okay, well, if it's helping you, I'll try to do that. So also, I don't really want to be 100% negative, because this is the only YouTube channel that I make content for, and I kind of feel like it's just become negative and depressing. So it's like, well, we're here to talk about something really bad, negative. but maybe I can kind of just like talk about some positive things about the operation or something. I don't know. Is that possible? It's hard to come up with positive things to say about it. Well, I would say that I feel pretty good. As unbelievable as that is, I mean, I don't feel terrible. I feel pretty normal every day. It's not like I go through life angry. You would think I would, considering all things happening around me, but also, it's proof that God exists. And I think that you would really believe in God if you were in my shoes and seen the things that I've seen. I don't just see evil gang stalkers whispering under their breath in order to annoy me. Well, I should say I don't only hear that or see and hear that. I see other things, and these things are harder to explain than just a bunch of weird gang stalkers creeping on you. I've seen things that would definitely suggest that there's a higher power at work, and some people might believe that extraterrestrials are working. I don't really want to get into that. So there's that. And regardless of how bad things get, you can overcome stuff. You don't need the world to be nice or treat you right in order for you to overcome. If there was ever any doubt that people can overcome the world. So in a lot of ways, I consider my state of mind and my spiritual well-being at this moment right now proof that people can overcome just the worst type of adversity. So that's positive. I do think that I should try to put positive messages out there as well, not just negative ones if I'm trying to help you guys out. You guys may not have a whole lot of control over, your gang stalking situation, just like I don't have control over mine. I mean, you can at least, sleep well at night knowing that worst case scenario, they never stop. You get past it still, in spite of them. So yeah, I'm doing well in spite of the gang stalkers. So that's positive. And life goes on. I mean, so if I make content, I want to do it my way. I don't really like it when I'm walking and I'm making content while I'm walking because they're doing stuff around me and I'm trying to record that, and they're taking advantage of that because I've already walked into the ambush. And it's just a perfect opportunity for them to kind of get me riled up even more. You know what I mean? So I start responding to it. And as I'm getting more riled up, the more I respond to it. So if I make content, I'll kind of try to do it like the way I'm doing it now. Just kind of stop and find a little quiet area and just kind of do it like this. This is a little bit healthier. And also I have to figure out what I want to say if I'm not going to attack the gang stalkers. So when I say attack the gang stalkers, what I mean is lash out at them and start bad mouthing them. That's what I mean by that. I'm not being literal when I say attack them. I don't mean literally attack them. I mean even me name calling them. So yeah, I heard your message. I just want to let the person, the commenter know I heard your message. I'll try to come up with something every once in a while, maybe as often as I can do that. I mean, yeah, this situation, I don't know what else to say. This situation is it's a handful on these people. But also, you have to remember that I have to live around these people. I have to live around these people. This is my community. This is legit. This is actually my community. And I think that's pretty heavy when you think about it. These are the people that you have to live around every day for the rest of your life. And not only are they not nice people, but they are out to get you. They are out for blood. And you have to deal with that. It's really a heavy load. Sometimes I'll even think to myself, I'm not even really stressing what you're doing. I think it's more that you just have it in you to be that way. You have this hate in you and this ugliness. And it could go back to whatever happened to you in your childhood if you wanted to go there, or just you felt like you got a bad shake in life. And a lot of these people, if you're religious, you would see it differently. A lot of these people would be spiritually at war with God. And to use a quote, their arms are too short to box with God, but their arms aren't too short to box with me. And if they made the connection between me and God, somehow they developed it, they decided there was a connection there. They could target me simply because they have beef with God or whatever higher power they believe in. and they felt like I was connected to him as a servant, like I was his servant. As a Christian, I'm his servant. And they could get me because, and you know, they want to get God, but they can't get God because he's God, but they can get me, and that might motivate them to attack me or something along those lines. If you're a Christian, you probably understand what I'm saying. So I might try to talk about that a little bit because, you know, like I said, I have to come up with content. But yeah, I'll give it some thought and see if we can work through this so that I can, you know, make this content so that you feel like, you know, you feel that you're getting what you want to get out of this as well. With that said, let me go ahead and close.